And I'm Ashley Yeager, and I just wanted to call these two amazing humans on this call with me because a lot of people have asked me why I got into the peptides, and we want to talk a little bit more about what peptides are, how they've been affecting us, how they've helped us. And I don't know, I think it's important to know why I got into this. So I wanted to share that. And right now I'm joined by Eric Martindale and Kelsey Abel, who are two friends of mine that Eric I've known for over like 10 years now, probably. I met him back when I worked at a gym, and he was the nutritionist that came into the gym to help everybody with their meal plans and learning healthy lifestyles. So always someone that I've trusted. And when I first saw the peptides, it was because Eric was posting about it on Facebook. And it made me just really think about what could this be, because I've never heard of this before and I want to know more. And anyways, him and I got in a conversation and ended up wanting to do them. But because I am still hesitant always, I think everything is questionable. I did turn to my friend Kelsey, who is one of my best friends and neighbors, and she is a holistic nutritionist. So it was really great to ask her, please take a look and let me know what you think. Can I do these? Should I do these? And after she looked, she took about 2 weeks, looked through all the ingredients, looked through the science behind it. And before I knew it, she's like, I think you should do it. And also, I'm doing it with you. So anyways, long intro, but I really wanted to share why I got into this, and it's because of these two amazing people. So, Eric, why don't you take it away first with a little bit more about your background and
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for the intro, Ashley. And my background is personal training. I was a personal trainer for 10 years, and I have a master's degree in physiology and training athletes. So most of my life, I have been involved with nutrition and fitness and sports myself. And I'm always looking for the best products and just the best strategies, wellness strategies for my own health. And when I find something that I like and working, of course, I share it with others. So peptides, and specifically natural peptides, are the most like cutting edge thing right now in the wellness industry. And many people, when they hear peptides, they think of maybe Ozempic or some synthetic peptide. And that's what peptides have been for the last 10 years, are an injectable synthetic version of a peptide. And now, Make Wellness is the first company to launch natural bioactive peptides. So these are peptides from nature. They are plant-based. Everything's from nature, nothing synthetic. The beauty of these is they do not need to be injected either. So four of our products come in these delicious flavors. You mix them with water, and they're way better than taking like a handful of pills. And I grew up, I took a lot of vitamins and a lot of supplements, and sometimes you're taking these and like 3 months go by and you're like, I think they're working, I think they're doing something. Where with these peptides, my goodness, some of them, the very first time trying them, you can notice a difference. And peptides are just a chain of amino acids. So they're a short chain. Amino acids make up protein. If it's a short one, we call it a peptide. And peptides have specific pathways and things they turn on in the body. So it's really exciting to be a part of Make Wellness, and just to be, I've been using the products now almost 8 months. And I can honestly say 20 years of training and supplement taking, I have never found a better product than these peptides. So that's why I'm excited, amped up, had to share them with you, and now it's exploding. So that's
yeah,
a
I
bit
love
about
that.
me.
I'm so thankful that you did. Can you share what the difference is? Because that was big for me, knowing the difference between the peptide and a supplement.
Absolutely. The unique thing about peptides is they turn on your body's own pathways to create cellular energy, or to create muscle mass, or to burn fat, or whatever that specific peptide is designed for. where vitamins are more like kind of like a band-aid approach. It's or almost like throwing mud on the wall and seeing what sticks. Like you put all these ingredients in, you hope they go to your cells and do things. A lot of times we pee them out and we our bodies really don't absorb them. Where peptides, they're turning on our body's natural pathway.
Awesome, Eric. Thank you for breaking that down because I think that's really important for people to know the difference. And Kelsey, I want you to share a little bit more about your background because, again, you're a big reason why I'm here. You weren't involved with the company when I came to you. I just wanted to know, like, should I take these? Are these safe? Is this a good investment of my health, time, money, and yeah, ended up being a yes from you. And let's hear about why that's important.
Yeah. Well, thank you for thinking of me and bringing me along with you. Just like you said, my background has been in healthcare for over 15 years, more in the day-to-day industry things. But with that, because I've been around really people that need true, acute levels of care. I've seen people that are really sick, but also being in such, I think, a high energy space of delivering and providing care as a leader. I've seen myself personally have health declines because of how much time and energy I'm pouring into other people. And that kind of led me down my own more natural approach to health over the last probably 6 years now, just dealing with some of my own health issues. And that led me to really trying to understand, our industry keeps pouring things at people like as quick fixes and band-aid approaches. And I really wanted to understand, well, why is this happening in the first place? What is the root cause to these things? And that led me to going actually and getting my nutritional therapy practitioner certificate to better help people actually feel empowered to take control of their own lives and understand that just because they have a diagnosis or a health condition, that's not the end all be all. They actually can take their life back into their own hands. So a lot of that has had me understanding what I'm putting in my body, and also going down the road of looking at all the different supplements that are out there. And like, Eric said too, you can throw all these supplements at people similar to medication, but it doesn't necessarily mean those things are being absorbed in your body, right? The same thing with the foods that we eat. We can eat the healthiest diet, but it doesn't mean that we're actually absorbing the nutrients that are going to help support our bodies to do what they are meant to do. And that's really what I've loved, learning about these natural peptides and just understanding more about the company and what the products are actually meant to do. It really much aligns with my kind of approach to supporting the body and health overall. Is let's give your body what it needs to actually do what it already is meant to do. When we have extra stress in our life, whether it's environmental, psychological, physical stress, all of these things break down our natural body's ability to do these things. And sometimes those things and systems get offline and we need that extra support to get them back online. And instead of, spending all the money on things that maybe aren't going to actually address the root cause, that's where these natural peptides come in, which is just amazing, I think. So, right. One of the things that I learned when I first was learning about the products is these peptides, of course, help support your body to do what it's meant to do. But if you were to stop taking them at any point, it doesn't mean that you lose the progress that you've made because your body's already kind of rewired itself to be doing those things. So it's another really cool thing, right? If you stop supplements and you're no longer taking those nutrients or you're no longer eating certain foods, your body doesn't have what it needs to keep doing those things. So yeah, just another reason. And when Ashley came to me to better understand if this was something that she should be considering for herself, I definitely was very skeptical. That's just the nature of who I am. I want to know all the details. There's a lot of fillers in products these days. There's a lot of unnecessary things, food colors, food coloring, natural, flavorings, all of these things that are kind of hidden in products that at the end of the day aren't actually good for you. So that was one of my biggest first questions. What is in these products? I want to see a list. I want to see the list of what they're not going to put in these products. And I was very impressed when Eric was able to actually provide that. And it's a quite lengthy list of things that were really on my radar too, of like, wow, they have considered a lot of these things already, right? I was asking the questions, but that information was already out there. So it was already kind of checking the boxes for me. Okay, it's a product that supports your body to do what it's already meant to do. It's not turning something off and then going to have a residual side effect like medications or people that are taking supplements in excess, and you're just, like Eric said, peeing those things out.
Yeah.
And then also you're not adding additional things to your body that you don't really need. So I'm kind of going all over the place right now, but I feel like those things were really what was important to me. And then the biggest thing is, if I'm going to even feel good about recommending something to somebody else, like I also would personally want to try it for myself, just being in the business of helping people and really trying to understand what's most important to them and how they want to support themselves. I want to not go into something blindly and say, hey, what does this look like? So that's kind of where we decided to take the journey together of trying these things. And with that opportunity, there's several make products that are out there. But we decided to kind of get on board and try all of them initially, just so that we could, one, see, are these even making a difference for us? But then two, being able to tell other people if they do help us, right? Like, this is our experience. So I'm going to just start out by sharing a few of those with you and just kind of how I've used them and what I like about them. And the first one that I'll show you is actually our part of our metabolic package, and it's called Fit. You can't actually see probably too well, but it is a powder that gets mixed right into water, and Ashley was actually drinking it this morning in her class here.
Kind of see I've got a little bit left here.
And what I really like about this one in particular is it is helping support lean muscle mass. A lot of people that are already in the wellness space have probably heard the buzzwords about skeletal muscle mass and how it is equivalent to your longevity in life. It doesn't matter if you are someone who works out every day and wants, to be super fit, or just, you're someone who's aging. As we age, we lose muscle mass in general, right? And it's needed to be able to support us physically, but in a lot of different ways in general. So lean muscle mass supporting, that's huge. It also supports mitochondrial health. And as some of you may know, that's a huge part of actually giving our bodies the energy it needs on a daily basis to do anything. So all of our cells need energy to be able to actually do their functions. And that's why sometimes if those aren't supported, the normal body functions that we have aren't really working as well as they could and aren't online as well as they could. So a big differentiator between Fit and some other products is it supports NAD production, and there are specific supplements out there that are just actually NAD, but taking supplemental NAD is not the same as taking Fit. Fit actually has the precursor to NAD production. So again, it's giving your body what it needs to support the natural production of that versus, again, here's a supplement that we're just giving you and let's see if your body can use it and absorb it in a way that actually helps support your body. So those are two of the things that I really enjoy about Fit, and it does just give you that energy, whether you're taking it before a workout, taking it just to start your day. That's how I like to take it at the beginning of my morning, and I usually work out in the morning, but if I don't, it's just the perfect way to start my day.
My orange juice every day. That's what I say. It's like I don't even have coffee anymore because this drink is so good and it makes me just feel like, I don't know, I just more energized. My workouts are so much better. Like I'm faster, I'm stronger at the gym when I have this, and it makes a big difference. But yeah, our orange juice, morning orange juice.
Yes, and it also helps with muscle recovery too. So you don't have the soreness lag that you will see if you are working out and having hard workouts. So again, just supporting that cellular turnover. And then the next one is hydrated, and this one I like to take and actually mix a little bit with my Fit in the morning. So part of actually supporting your body to use peptides is being hydrated and having cellular hydration. So our hydrated product, again, it doesn't have all these other natural like fillers in it. There's no food coloring, sugars in it. So that's a big one because a lot of the hydration products out there do have added sugar in them and it's unnecessary. So that's a huge piece. And I think well, I personally have tried a lot of hydration products, and some of them are super salty, which one isn't always necessary too. Of course, if you're out in, a high intensity environment where you're sweating a lot, it is important to replenish obviously your fluids, but a lot of us don't need all that extra sodium every single day. So again, this is targeted to where it's actually giving you cellular hydration. And again, it's more of like thinking of it as that foundational support that you need every single day versus, again, just kind of dumping these lump sums of additional, I guess, ingredients to try to hydrate you. So a lot of benefits from the hydration. People have asked me where the salt comes from too. There's a lot of, I think, uh, talk out there about the different types of salt or sodium that are in hydration products. So this comes from, I think it's the Salt Lake in Utah, if I'm saying that correctly, right? So again, just something that is sourced in a way that is supporting your body. It has plenty of electrolytes in it to help give you those the balance that's needed to actually bring the water into your cells to hydrate you. And then the other one that I'm going to talk about is lean, and this is actually in a capsule form. This one supports just your body's ability to actually target fat breakdown and specifically visceral fat. So that's usually the fat that is the hardest to lose. And for some people that's a goal of theirs, right? To do those things, this is really supporting that specific process. And it also helps curb your appetite. And as Eric was mentioning, with some peptides like Ozempic, really targeting your hunger hormones and things like that, right? People might not be eating as much if they're on some of these other synthetic peptides, and then they're also at risk for losing muscle mass. So that's where, again, the fit and lean really come into play, that they are preserving that muscle mass while also targeting the fat loss, healthy fat loss of the fat in your body that you're trying to actually get rid of. So those are the ones that I'm going to talk about. If anyone else has anything they want to add, please do.
Yeah, actually, I was just going to say that those three products, I love all the products and there's so many great things about each of these peptides, but man, those products right there have made a big difference for me. Like I said, with my workouts, I feel it differently. Right when I started the peptides, and I've always taken all of them, so I guess I can't say it was just these three, but I instantly lost 5 pounds in the first 2 weeks, which I didn't have crazy amount to lose, so it was really cool to see that. But it's not even about the weight. For me, it was the inches that I noticed when I put on my pants and shorts that I haven't worn in years. And I'm like, holy cows, this is a big difference, definition in my body. So it's just been just very wild. It's 3 months. Actually, we're going on our 4th month of this, which is really exciting. And I don't know, I'm loving how that's affecting me, how I feel every day. Just the difference. There's a different energy every day. So yeah, I'm loving that.
That's awesome. And I was just telling Ashley this morning too, I haven't really been tracking personally my own results, but I decided to just take a measurement this morning, and I didn't really finish what I was doing, but I also noticed that I had some inches lost too, which is exciting. Again, it wasn't something that was necessarily a huge focus of mine, but it just kind of goes to show that these things are naturally supporting your body and are making a difference. So
yeah, for sure.
Eric, did you want to talk about some other products or anything
Absolutely.
that
So those are our foundational, our hero products: Fit, Lean, and then we have Hydrated, and we have other three. So Calm, Focus, and Energize, I'm going to talk about. Calm might be my favorite product, and this is to help with deep sleep, but it also lowers cortisol. And cortisol does two bad things. It stores fat and it breaks down our body's muscle tissue. So some people are eating really clean, they're working out, and they're just not able to drop much body fat, and it's because their cortisol is probably elevated all day long. And if you're not getting good sleep as well, that's another thing. Your body just won't release weight if you're not sleeping well. So Calm is just an amazing sleep product, lowering cortisol. I take this every night, about 30 minutes before bed, and we call it, it's like a hug for your nervous system. You just feel it like kick in and you relax. So yeah, I've tried many CBD, melatonin, different sleep products, and they can be hit and miss. Some people melatonin or CBD do absolutely nothing for. And most people that I put on this product, they're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, I'm sleeping again." Like this is so yeah, sleep is like the most important thing to hit for health, building the immune system, your heart, just brain health, everything happens when you're getting deep sleep. So that's the Calm product. The other one we have is Energize. So Energized is got ginseng peptides, but also has this bright blue color, and that's from blue spirulina. And so it's going to work similar like how Fit does. It turns on your body's natural cellular energy in the mitochondria. So there's no spike or crash with the Fit or the Energized. You never feel like jittery or like it's just pure, clean, smooth energy. I like the Energized before my workouts. Some people like it in the afternoon for their like kind of afternoon pick me up.
Mhm.
So there's really no right or wrong way. You can experiment how you like to take the products. The amazing thing is when you pair Energize with our Focus product, that is like the power combo. Then your brain and your body has like this flow state energy. So Focus we kind of call like natural Adderall. It is just going to open up blood flow for the brain. And we've gotten many children and adults off Ritalin and Adderall with our Focus product. So I just love that. Like I am always natural first. I'm not saying, there can be a time and place for pharmaceuticals, but for me, that's a huge win. Getting people off Ritalin or Adderall, like a very hard drug, and getting them on something natural like Focus. So, um, yeah, that together, those three products are our mind and motivation pack. So you get our calm, focus, and energized. Those three really help with hormone regulation as well. There's so many women who have posted about those particular three products helping pre, during, post menopause symptoms. There's helping other women just have better periods just not as much cramps and all that. So, but men and women both need healthy hormone regulation. So, um, yeah, I love those three. I take them all. Like all three of us, we started on all six products right away. And I think that's why we're just like so amped up and excited as we really feel the difference. Like we know these products are working. We're getting a lot of our friends and family on them and they're working for them as well.
Yes, Eric, to your point, the six products, honestly, like starting with all six for me was big because like Kelsey said, we wanted to try them all and understand how they affected our bodies. And Kelsey told me, don't take any of your other supplements while we're doing this so we can really understand it. So again, it's huge because you think, you see a cost at first. People, that's all of us ever do with all my supplements, literally. But for myself, I was like, you know what? Take out the supplement costs that you've been spending so much money on, and I don't know if it's working, and just go with this. And what helped me a lot too was there's save and subscribe, which usually I'm not loving to do because of history with me and save and subscribe. You can ask my husband, but I didn't want to do it at first because of I tend to forget things. What if I don't like them? But anyways, I'm really glad I did because it ended up being free shipping then, and it ended up being 10% off of our products for the first 3 months. And then the fourth month, you get 20% off. So we're going in our fourth month. So Kelsey and I will now get 20% off of these products. And when I break it down, because this is what I have to do for myself, I'm like, it's like a Starbucks run a day that I am getting all these peptides that make my body feel so different, so much better. And I don't even crave coffee anymore and I don't crave soda. So it's kind of crazy. Like definitely a win. Like I said, cost can be scary, but the save and subscribe, you guys, way to go. And if you ever decide to not save and subscribe, it's the easiest thing ever to just literally hit done, and it's doesn't even ask you questions. So anyways, something to know. And I definitely think trying all 6 is highly worth it from our experience, but also there's great packs, and you can ask any of us for advice on what pack might be best for you.
Highly encourage y'all to try these products out. Kelsey, Ashley, and I, we didn't know these products worked until we tried them, and now we are feeling all the benefits. So reach out to the person who invited you to this video. They can set you up with a free customer account, get you their link, and get you started on your own peptide journey.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we just wanted to say this is a great opportunity to learn a little bit more about these products and why we're so passionate about them, and allow us to, I think, cut to the chase of some of the things that might have been a barrier for you. And as Eric said, reach out, and we'd love to get you set up with more information.
All right,
now, done.